Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? So today is harvest day. We're gonna harvest these potatoes out of here. Finally gonna get to it. I've been trying for about the last 4 days anyways, 5 days trying to get these potatoes out of here and see how much we get. We got two big pails back here and a tractor. Two big pails, so hopefully it'll fill those. Really hoping that we need another pail. You know, if we get more than we're thinking, we'll see. Depends how big they are when they come out, I guess. But so far, the couple I've had out were pretty good. Not too bad, so pretty good for this, you know, putting a mound of dirt, throwing some things in, and covering them over, letting them grow. So if you want a little refresher on that, this is what we did then. So what I'm going to do now is just, without trying to break the eyes, they call the eyes, off these potatoes. Now I could, so you can see that one. These ones will sprout too. They just haven't yet, but these have gone pretty mushy, so they may not now. But that just gets basically thrown in the ground. Probably planting them too close, but smaller, so have lots of potatoes. And really doesn't matter to me. It might be a bit too close though, but growing through the bag too, that's not good. Wow, look at that one. Looks like a lobster. One more in the end here maybe. Still got lots, so probably a good thing I did 2 hills. Holy, if I can get it out of here, look at the size this one was. That was a freaking huge potato. He was at the bottom of the bag too, but look at the size of this feller. That's a big freaking potato when he was a potato. So that one you could cut the top off of here, and that would grow another one too, but I'm just gonna throw her all in one. She'll grow. Okay, now the big cover up. The big cover up. Okay, so that was a little refresher for you. So there's our 2 mounds. Looks like 2 graves, longer graves. And we can't forget, in that mound of crap there was, I threw a couple of spares extras that I didn't have room for here. Remember that too. So anyways, let's just make sure, get you in a pretty good shot. We're gonna start right about here somewhere. See what we can find here. I kind of just recovered them up the other night from the other night there, so we'll I don't want to hit them too hard with the shovel here because there's one. Because if you do, you'll rip right through them, right? I'm sure I'll rip through a couple of them here. Huh. Where'd they all go? Okay, well, moving right along. I think I actually already dug those ones there, so. There we go. It's funny, that one's got a split too. Wow, this ground is hard. I actually need a fork to really do these the right way. Medium-ish sized one. There comes a few more. I'll just bust this chunk apart here. I don't see anything there. They're not huge so far yet. But, you know, I don't throw fertilizer or any crud on them, right? So, make sure you guys are in the shot a little bit here still. I think so. Here comes some more. Now we're getting some bigger ones. And a flat one. Here's a decent sized one. Decent-ish. That's a decent-ish sized one there too. Kind of watch where the stems are coming out, and that's kind of generally usually where they're going to be, right? Coming out of the ground. They're all red skinned though. Pretty sure the ones I planted were brown. Maybe because of the way they were stored or something, I don't know. Whoa, there's a whole heap of them here. Oh, that was a snail or something. Ugh. Look at them all bunched up in here. Let me get you a little closer here. Not sure whether you can see that too well there with the shadow there, but they're bunched up in there pretty good. Potatoes in their natural environment. There's a wild parsnip right there too. You could eat that if you really wanted to. I'm okay though, thanks. Certainly is dry. Oh, there's a good one. You guys are still in a bit of the shot here. Zoom you out a little bit. Well, we're almost to the end of this row. Funny, there's a one good sized one and then the rest of them are, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, two more good ones there too. Stir it up real good. Usually they'll float to the top kind of thing, usually. Okay, you move that around, they all come up to the surface, right? Oh, that's funny. This one here must have been growing next to a rock. It's got kind of a flat edge onto the one side of it. There's one there that fell on the surface. He's no good now. Like the last part here. That one fell on the surface too. He's all soft and sun-baked. That's a good one. There's a couple of good ones. Little wee baby ones. Well, give the end here a shot. See, I don't think there's anything else past where we were here, but yes, that is the end of that one. All right. Well, now we got to start on the next side. How much did we get out of this side here? Well, half a pail. Not too bad, I guess. All right, well, let's start on the new pail for this side and we can do a little compare. Now, I think this one's a little longer. Plus, I haven't touched this one yet here. So it should be a little better. Alrighty, let's get out of here. So we gotta look for the stems. Looks like there was some here. That's the end of the hill, so we'll start. Oh, I wish we had a little bit of rain before, the first one out. Yeah, I wish we had a little bit of rain before all this happened here because, let me tell you, holy crap, this stuff's hard as bullets. It's not a very good phrase to say hard as bullets because really bullets, unless they're copper jacketed, are pretty soft usually. The lead in bullets is pretty soft, right? So, well, that's weird. Those two are joined at the hip. Huh. So now, commercial growers of potatoes and stuff, you know, say potatoes, probably do pretty darn good because they just load it with all the chemicals and fertilizers and crap, you know. Whereas I haven't. There's the old seed potato right there. Not much of him left. Yeah, I don't do any kind of fertilizer or crap because I don't want to be eating that kind of crap, right? Now the only thing I got a concern about is the topsoil. I don't really know where it came from. You know, it could have been some kind of half contaminated with something, but you won't know until you die from it, right? Oh, he had blah 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 in his system, so he must have killed him or whatever, you know. So hopefully it's decent-ish enough. Wow, there's a whack of them here. They're all smaller, mind you, but I'll tell you what, smaller potatoes aren't that bad. Like those, they're not that bad because it doesn't take long to cook them. Get the big, huge ones that are, you know, like I've seen potatoes the size of that clod of dirt before, and it's like, wow, they must have loaded that with something. But then you gotta cut them all up to a million different pieces, because you know, if you don't, they'll never cook in the middle. So then the big ones and long ones I got are good for is French fries. So there you go. That's my view on her anyways. I don't mind these little wee guys here because they're easier to work with. You know, I don't mind the odd big one, but squeeze me for a sec. They don't need to be massively huge. Like that's an average good size one there, I would say. But it also depends on what variety you're growing, right? I wouldn't actually mind trying to do some of those baking potatoes, they call them, and they're like about that wide, but they're longer. And I don't know, they might be good for French fry too, if you're into that. That's not too bad of a one. Oh, there's a funny looking one. He must have really been trying to grow around something weird. There's a good one. It seems like all the real good ones are, good sized ones are up near the top. Okay, let's just make sure you guys are in the shot still here. Not too bad, I guess. So, doing it all by hand here, progression is slow. Someone actually mentioned there, sorry I don't remember their name now, because I got a horrible memory. Why don't you use the, oh, look at that one. He really must have grew around something weird. Why don't you use your stone bucket that you made a while back. Thinking, yeah, that would work, but then all these little guys would probably fall through there and then you end up losing them all. That big one might have stayed, but that thing might have done a bit more damage than you'd want. Whereas I only got 2 hills here, so I mean, it's not super wicked bad work, so it's almost kind of rewarding, you know, as you get digging through here and find the fruits of your bearing ones from last year. I think we've definitely exceeded what we planted, so that's good. That's what I was looking for. Whoa, there's a good one. Oh, you've got worms. No, I mean in the dirt, not me. I could have worms, you never even know it though. Oh, there's another weird one. It's like something split them open. I wonder if it was between a dry spell. They kind of split open, but they'll kind of heal over, you know. Okay, the next hill. Oh, there's another piece of the old rotten potato. You can tell because it kind of looks like a potato skin, but there's not much left of her. There's some more of it there. Looks like an old ratty piece of burlap. Oh, there's a chunk of wood in there. That's interesting. So I don't think we had any problem with the way we planted those together. I thought it was maybe a bit close, but I don't think it hurt them too much. We seem to be getting some good potatoes sort of back out of it. Now, mind you, the year wasn't probably great. I watered them a few times, but holy fuck, you need a muffler on that truck. I watered them a few times, but you know, I didn't put like 2,000 gallons of water on them. But I'm sure they might have got a little bigger if we had watered them, but okay, let's just make sure you're in the shot still. Move you down a little hair bit maybe here. Stretch your legs on your tripod out. Something sort of like that. Sorry, there we go. And we're about halfway through this hill now. We got about half a bucket. Oh, look. Look, that's the biggest one so far. Those are the ones that fill the bucket up fast. It's actually a little moisture here on this side. That's maybe getting us a little bit bigger potatoes. Potatoes are weird, I've always found. They only really need moisture when they're in flower. And after that, they kind of just sort of swell on their own. Oh, look at all them pour out. These little guys here, I don't know. Oh, wait, there's even more. Oh, this is a good one there, too. Woo-wee. Trying to break all the little stems off them too, eh? Oh yeah. Doubt there's anything over here. Doesn't look like it, so we'll head to the next hill. And they're not super deep anyways, that's for sure. Some good ones there. That one's a little got green on it, I'll toss him. It's actually maybe not bad that it's a bit dry because it's busting apart a little easier. They just kind of fall out. It's a little sweaty hot out here today. Surprisingly, it was like 12 degrees this morning. Nice and firm too, which is good. Oh, almost missed that guy. Look at the size of him. As long as you fluff it up like that, you know, they'll usually come out to the surface. There, so we'll move to the next hill. There's another part of the old rotten potato. Geez, you know what? We're gonna keep going the way we're going here. This is gonna produce us a full bucket here. we are almost to the top of that bucket. Actually run to the other side here. Let's just double check your shot here again. Maybe a little closer. There we go. Move the bucket down beside us here now. Oh man, I can't even pick her up. It's so heavy. Ah! Whoa, that might be the biggest one. Hard to say. Oh, there's a, I don't know. That one's got some black on it. We'll just leave him, I think. And, well, you gotta watch potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that one too. You gotta watch potatoes. If they got anything on them, if you put one in with the rest of the good ones, it'll make them all go bad. I've seen her happen. That's why you gotta really have a look at them when you pick them up. If they got any blacky crap on them or anything like that, not worth keeping it. And let me friggin' tell you, if you get a batch of potatoes that go bad, the smell out of them is worse than a rotten corpse. It is freaking nasty. Oh, that might be the biggest one today. That one's pretty big. Well, we are near the top of our bucket here, so hopefully we're going to be done here soon. Because wow, look at that one. He's got a real big flat spot on him. You think it's a rock, but it's just potato. Wow, this heat in here was really good. Oh, look at the size of that one. Holy. There's a whack of them on this side. They're still coming out. Oh, that might be the biggest one today. Oh, something's eating it though. Get out of my potatoes, you rats. I don't know what's in there. It's like something's like melted into it. Well, hopefully he's gone now anyways. Stupid thing. I had that happen one year and I'm not too sure what did it. But they ate absolutely everything. Everything. There's nothing left but skin. They just demolished them all. That might be actually it. Looks like about it here. I think that is all. Looks pretty good. All right. Let's have a look, see how we did here. Well, that was that row. Darn near full. Look at the size of that feller. Holy. See, that's kind of what I didn't really want. Big potatoes, nice. Yeah, sure, but like I say, you got to do a lot more hacking and cutting and stuff, right? So we got another half a pail here. I probably would have had 3/4 pail because I had a shirt full from there down, so it wasn't too bad. Got a bit more room in this pail. Let's go over and see what was Now these might be kind of interesting here because there's a lot of rock in this crap. So let me grab the tripod here. Okay, if you can see through the weeds where the stick is, look like they've been pushing up and out a little bit. Let me get rid of a few of these weeds here. Or not. Okay, so in here, that's the potato plant part. These are probably not going to be any good. Look at the rocky stuff. I thought, oh, what the heck, let's see what happens. Definitely not nice to dig. Here's one. Might be alright. Oh, there we go. There's a few coming out. They're, yeah, it looks like they've been growing out of rocks. They're all kind of weirdy shaped and stuff. Huh. Can't believe there's that many in here. There's another good sized one there. That's crazy. Maybe one more. And I think that might be out of it. All of it. Doesn't take much, eh? Just needs to get dark. Bit of sunshine. I'd say that's good. Bit of sunshine and a little bit of rain. That's about all it takes. Well, I'm not thinking that's too bad. Definitely a full bucket. She's overflowed. So if we equal that out, a little bit more here. A couple of these back in there. And that one maybe there. Yeah, it's pretty fullish. So I'd say we got a good bucket and a half. That's pretty good because I think all I had was probably about this many, like a half a bucket when I planted them. So we got a free bucket out of it. That's not too bad for, you know, putting them in, covering up, letting them alone. Give them a couple of waters and that's about it. Alright, well that's almost about it for today, but I figured just before we say good day, I'm going to maybe run out to TSC and see if we can replace our air filter from our sucking machine for the leaf collecting, because that's going to be firing up soon here. And this one's, yes, some of it's not bad, but it's got a few little spots of contamination, especially over here, so we're going to run out and see if we can grab another one. So here's a place here, Home Hardware Building Centers, where we rented the machine from, and of course we're going to get blocked by this big truck. Stupid big all the trucks. Oh, we've got a lot of like sill plates and stuff, windowsill stuff and masonry stuff on there. Sweet! Yeah, so I don't know if we can see in here quickly. There's, I can see them, I don't know if you guys can or not. Way over on the far side there is all the machineries. So not too far away, it's about not even a minute, 2 minutes down the road from me, so could have almost drove it back, but I thought, no, I don't think that'll work. That would have probably taken about an hour, the speed those things go, so. Yeah, so anyways, we're gonna rip out the TSC here. I got a couple other things I gotta get to, some grass seed, and I think I'm out of brake cleaner, and that's probably about it. And then hopefully I can get this filter. I don't know if they really sell Honda stuff there or not, but sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I don't know if it's more like a generic-y kind of filter, and I mean, you know, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. So I'm kind of really hoping that they do, but I'm pretty much confirmed that they won't, because they don't ever seem to have anything that I'm actually really looking for out there. But anyways, let's get at her. Well, there we go. Honda filter out of a Honda engine, Briggs & Stratton filter. And it might be hard to show you on the camera, but she is an exact fit, size-wise, dimension-wise, thickness-wise. Everything's the same. So the only thing that's different is this is white the way it should be, and the other stuff here is blue. So they had another one there too, and it's cross reference right between Briggs & Stratton, some Tecumseh, Honda engines. Shows you on the back here too, more like horsepower-wise. So I think that should work. Got a couple of them, you know, just to put one in stock kind of thing for when we need to redo it again, because it doesn't take long with the dusty stuff coming off the leaves and stuff. Although it shouldn't be so bad now, because it's blowing it up a lot further and out. You know, it's not hitting the you know, quite as much as just the 3-bag system. Like right behind it, all the stuff was blowing right out of there, right? So this gets a lot more travel, so she should be good. There's a QR Dewey there if you want to try scanning that. So we're just going for a wash. Someone complained the other day, wash your truck, Bill. I'm like, okay. I needed gas, so I'm like, well, we'll get a wash too while we're at her here. So this is a Lazy Man automatic car wash. I don't mind getting out and doing her with the wand too, you know, but you know, they offer this, so what the frig, eh? Costs you pretty much the exact same to do this as it would to do her, what I'll say, manually at the car wash. So we can do something kind of cool here too, and watch the reverse side of her. Yeah, it's about 12 bucks. I think it's $12.99 for this one. It's a luxury wash. They give you this pre-soak crap first, which is soaking, and they rinse that off, and then they throw in the tri-foam stuff, which smells like bubble gum, for about 2 minutes. That's kind of cool. And then they wash that off, and then they go over it with Shine Guard or something they call it. So yeah, so we're soaking. We're in soak mode now. Soaking mode. Soaking mode. And then we'll get the high pressure rinse come off here. That'll blow all the carcasses off and skunk bits and, you know, deer hide, and then all that stuff will get blown off the front grill, and then we'll tri-foam, and the tri-foam comes out of there's 3 little nozzles. I'm going to do something here. There's 3 little nozzles. It pours out of up there, I think it is. Oh, I missed it. But does that on both sides, I think, which the tri-foam, I don't know what it does. It just smells good. The last few times I was in here, though, it didn't seem to rinse it all off real good. So I don't know if they've changed their programming or what, but it seemed to leave a big smear down the side. It's sometimes the, what do they call it, shine free rinse after it gets it. Okay, so the carousel's back up here now. Now these 3 things here will start firing out the tri-colored foam. Hey! Blue, pink, and yellow. Oh, it smells good already. Oh, foamy. I don't really know what it does. It just smells good. I guess it makes your... it doesn't really get the back too well, but anyways. So it lets that soak for a minute, and then another high pressure rinse. The only reason I get this one is because you get the 2 high pressure rinses, where the other one I think you only get the 1 high pressure rinse, because you don't get the tri-foam soap. So we'll see what this does here now. It's leaving lots of soap on the front here. Leaves lots of crap there, so I think they almost have too much tri-foam coming out. But the other rinse should get it, and then anything left will get blown off by the turbojet engines up here. It's pretty awesome. So Shine Guard's coming as the carousel resets itself. Yeah, that didn't do too good today. It's got a bit of crap in it though. You can see it beating up, right? Exit Swowy. 500 mile an hour. I'm always worried about it ripping off the front stone deflector thing. Right there is like, woof. It hasn't yet, but I think I'm missing a couple of those little dots that stick on the hood. It's funny, the wind's coming faster through here now. It's getting sucked in the front grill there. It doesn't do a real bad job, but it's not tremendous, you know. I'd say it's just about as good as if you did it yourself at the car wash thing. Whoa, did that ever blow that cap a lot there when it hit that? Wow, that was awesome. Oh, I can actually see it in my window now. Well, let's head her home, and that's probably going to be mostly about her for today. Ooh, focus. Focus. Okay, so yeah, one time when this was the 3-bag system, it had a thing that went up here, and it hung 3 great big mesh bags. Well, one was like right here, right? So this thing would how did that go now? I think it was that way. It blew. Yeah, because it sat back here where it blew there, and then it turned, and it just kind of dispersed itself, whatever. It didn't really work that great. And all the stuff I had out here, it took like no time at all. Like half a row it was filled. I'm like, this is useless for me. Maybe for some grass clippings, but not for this. So I only used her a couple of times there, and then I got fed up with the capacity. So we, I think that's the original sales ticket rope. But anyways, yeah. So this thing used to, you know, a whole bunch of stuff all over it here, and it got sucked in there a lot. So that's the original filter we had in there. So hopefully. Up, out. So you know which way is which. That fit pretty good in there. I'm thinking that should be perfect. So that is good there, that is good there. And she's even locked down. Sweet. One pull start, ready? One pull start. Got it like that. One pull goes. You know what? I've been doing all my testing. I ran it yesterday for about an hour and a bit, collecting up some pine needles and crap that were all over the road and in some of the grass and stuff. All our testing we did, and this thing is still running on the same gallon of gas that I put in originally. And it might even go longer. It's hard to kind of see, but there's still quite a little bit down in there. It's quite surprising how long this thing will run. I mean, that is quite a huge tank because it's all this whole column, and then there's a whole thing under here, you know. So, you know, this is probably like 5 gallon right here in the bottom, or not 5 gallon, 1 gallon here in the bottom, you know, and then the rest is, you know, maybe another gallon. So it's probably maybe a 2.5 gallon, but it's pretty sweet how they've even left you the curve there to be able to get your recoil off if you have to. It's not all blocked in, you know. So that's pretty sweet. But I just don't really know why they didn't make this tank too, but maybe they didn't want her sticking out that far, even though this sticks out that far. But that's okay. That's all right. She goes a long way on a full tank. And honestly, if I fill this to the top, so that would probably last me my whole entire season for picking up leaves and stuff. It's a freaking amazing. And there's a lot of times too where I still had some in the bottom. It's like, oh, now what do I do? Is it let the thing run until it runs out? There's no drain on the bottom, so you know, it's kind of silly that way. But yeah. Anyways, that is that. And that is that for us, I guess, today. So anyways, the car wash there didn't do too bad of a job. It's, you know, not bang on perfect, but you know, there's a little bit stuff here that's a little bit rougher road grime, I guess, than it can get off. But it's also got that thing that sprays underneath, but I guess it sort of gets a bit up under here. It's all drippy and wet and stuff, and it's, you know, fairly cleanish. So oh, this is probably going to be the last year that it's going to look nice and black like that. It'll turn and go frickin' rusty, no doubt. And I'm wondering what these lines are coated with up here. They feel like plastic coated, but I don't really know. I'm kind of hoping they are. I should never have to worry about them. Now those things up there will rust. Come on, focus. Those things there will rust, but I think the rest of the plastic. Now I've seen a lot of lines rust in these stupid clips too here. See how that's still wet there? I hope she's getting her further. I can't quite see. It holds the wet in there, holds the salt in there, and starts to work on it. And that's usually not good. So hopefully they've sort of figured that out. Now I'm kind of wondering too, my next oil change for this, I might take it actually into the Ford dealership guys and get them to do the, you know, all the big service to it, like the transmission drain and flush or whatever. Maybe the transfer case, do that too, and maybe the coolant. I'll get them to do all the major big stuff. I don't want to tackle that. Why the frig do I want to do that? So maybe we'll do that for the next change, because we're at over 63,000 kilometers now, and it's probably a good idea to do her, you know. That's the original stuff in it as far as I know. I know the engine's been changed a few times here and there, but transmission will be the original, and the differential will be original, coolant will be original. So yeah, there's already a bit of rust on the shocks back there. Holy crap, really? It's only 2 years old, but overall she's looking pretty good for never being undercoated. I'd say we're doing pretty good. So the concrete guys were in today again. You can see there, well, their truck's behind the tree there, but they were in today, so they kind of took up a lot of my time as well. So I did the potatoes on my lunch break there, and looks like we did pretty good. I'm pretty happy. That's about what I figured I'd get back. So, you know, I didn't plant a whole whack of them, but potatoes aren't quite as good as a crop as, say, corn. You know, you plant one corn kernel, you get like, you know, 2, 3, maybe 4, depending what it was, ears of corn on your plant. So, you know, one kernel is produced, how many kernels on like a good sized cob? There might be a couple hundred, I don't know. All depends on the variety and the size that come out of it, right? So, I mean, that's pretty good, but yeah, potatoes is not a super huge high yield, give you back kind of thing, which, you know, kind of sucks. Wheat would be a pretty good one too. You'd get, you know, one wheat kernel guy to, I guess you'd only get one stalk out of it, but each stalk has, I don't know, 15, 20 wheat kernels on it, right? So it's a 20-to-1 kind of ratio, or corn is like, holy cow, could be 600 or 700 kernels to 1, you know, or whatever it ends up coming out with. It all depends on your weather too, but I think we did pretty good there. I don't know what our ratio would be. I've probably planted, boy, maybe 50 potatoes, kind of close together. I'd say we probably got maybe 300 back, so, you know, it's not too bad. You know, that'll keep us going for a little bit, but we went and got a great big huge sack of potatoes, same ones that we planted actually last year from the same place again, so we got lots of potatoes right now. But anyways, there was a couple other things I wanted to do on the trailer today. Was change that vent hood thing, and well, there was a couple other things. I wanted to test that freaking battery too. I think it's totally shot, but anyways, I'm not going to get to that today. My internet's been really screwy again lately. I don't know why. I was uploading Farm Sim Saturday this morning for you. Hour and a half, I think it come out. And holy cow, it wanted 514 minutes to upload it. So I don't know what's going on with my freaking internet again. It was doing that thing where normally if it's fine, it'll go up to its full speed, and it's like 1.4 megasecond. Okay. It's constantly going out. Well, this is like 200 kilobytes, and then it's like 800 kilobytes, and then it's down to 400, and then it's down to 100, and it's just bouncing back. So there's something wrong with their lines again. I don't know. The guy told me last time I was on the tech chat with him that they only have 2 dedicated lines going out of town for the entire town. So, I mean, everybody that's on Rogers is going through this one little line, and it's probably getting, what did he call that? There was a word for it. Oh, I just had it too and I lost it again. But anyways, you know, where it gets backed up kind of thing, and then not everything gets through all at once. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? One of them things. So I bet you that's what's going on. So that really kind of sucks. So I don't know what to do. Sometimes, like, the videos have had to come up the next day, even though I filmed it and did it all the day before. I don't know what's going on, but but anyways, that's going to be it for today, I guess. We'll catch you Monday-ish if there's nothing major happening. There's nothing booked yet with me that I know of, so maybe we'll work on some trailer stuff Monday, or maybe on the weekend we'll do it and then we'll post that Monday. I don't know, we'll see. I gotta kind of do things a day or so ahead now if the internet's going to be screwy like, so I gotta basically leave it and let it go like overnight to upload this stupid thing, which it normally should take about 20 minutes, but I don't know, like that Farm Sim Saturday was like 500 and something minutes it was estimating. It should have been like 18 minutes, you know, at the most. So it's like, what the frig, guys? Like, fix your crap. I'm paying you $200 frickin' a month for this speed, and I am not getting it. So I'm starting to get not too happy about that. I don't know. You can't be offering speed if you're not offering the service. That's for sure. Holy crap. But I think I said that right. Can't be offering the service like that if you don't have the speed, maybe. Maybe that's right. But anyways, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you maybe through the weekend or on Monday. And have a good night and a good weekend. And we'll see you then.